Let me talk to you about something very important today. Attachment and detachment. Many people misunderstand this topic. They think detachment means you don't care. They think it means distance, coldness, or lack of love. But the truth is exactly the opposite. To understand this clearly, we first need to understand emotional attachment. Emotional attachment means my mind is connected to your mind. So when you are upset, I become upset. When you are angry, I become angry. When you are hurt, I feel hurt. When you cry, I also start crying. We often say, I love you so much that I can feel your pain. And it sounds very loving, but is it really helping? Let me explain with a simple example. Imagine a family of 4 walking together. One person falls into a pit. The other 3 say, "We love you so much," and they jump into the pit with them. Now all 4 are stuck. That is emotional attachment. When one person falls into pain, the others fall with them. And what happens then? Instead of reducing pain, we multiply pain. Instead of healing, we spread suffering. That's why many times people don't open up fully to family or close friends. They go to counselors. They talk to strangers. Why? Because a counselor is not emotionally attached. The counselor remains calm, stable, non-judgmental. They don't add their pain to your pain. They listen, they hold space, they stay strong. Now let me show you another way of living. In this way, when someone is upset, you remain powerful. When someone is angry, you remain peaceful. When someone is rude, you remain kind. When someone is irritated, you remain calm. But how do you actually do that in real life? How do you stay calm when others are not? First, understand this clearly, and this alone can change everything. You do not control other people's emotions. You only control your own inner state. The moment you truly accept this, half the battle is already won. Most people suffer not because of what happens to them, but because they try to control what is not in their control. Now let's break this down step by step. Step 1, pause before you react. When someone is upset, angry, or rude, our natural habit is to react immediately. But power does not live in reaction. Power lives in the pause. Before you speak, before you respond, take one slow breath and ask yourself, do I want peace, or do I want to win this moment? That single pause gives you your power back. Step 2, separate their emotion from your identity. When someone is angry, remind yourself quietly, this is their emotion, not my responsibility. Their anger may come from stress, fear, pain, or past wounds. It is not a reflection of your worth. The moment you stop taking things personally, your mind naturally becomes calmer. Step 3, observe instead of absorb. Most people absorb emotions. Strong people observe emotions. Instead of thinking, why are they treating me like this? Shift your inner voice to, I can see that they are disturbed. Observation creates distance. Distance creates calm. Step 4, choose your energy consciously. Energy is contagious, but only if you allow it to be. You can say within yourself, they are angry, but I choose peace. They are rude, but I choose kindness. They are irritated, but I choose calm. This is not suppression. This is leadership over self. Step 5, let your body teach your mind. Lower your voice, slow your speech, relax your shoulders, soften your face. Your body sends signals to your mind. When the body slows down, the mind follows. Very often, without saying much at all, the other person begins to calm down too. Step 6. Remember, calm is not weakness. Staying calm does not mean you agree. It does not mean you accept disrespect. And it certainly does not mean you are afraid. It means you are emotionally strong, you are in control, you respect yourself. Anyone can shout, anyone can react, but only a strong person can remain calm in chaos. Step 7. Respond only if it adds value. You don't have to respond to everything. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence, a calm smile, or a gentle, "Let's talk later." Not every battle deserves your energy. Final truth to remember: when someone is upset, you remain powerful, because power is emotional control. When someone is angry, you remain peaceful, because peace protects your mind. When someone is rude, you remain kind, because kindness shows character. When someone is irritated, you remain calm, because calmness is mastery over self. You don't win by reacting, you win by remaining yourself. That is how you become the bigger person. Now ask yourself honestly, which way of living is better? The first one, where everyone falls into the pit together, or the second one, where one person stays outside and pulls the other out? Detachment does not mean leaving people. Detachment means their emotional state does not control your emotional state. And this changes everything. When you are stable, you become a source of strength. When someone in your family is in pain, they don't need another person crying with them. They need someone grounded, someone calm, someone strong. This is why the more detached we become internally, the more beautiful our relationships become. Because now, I'm not dependent on you being okay for me to be okay. If you're good, I'm good. If you're not, I'm still stable. No conflict, no emotional pressure, no emotional manipulation. And this is the secret to unconditional love. Many people love the word unconditional love. It sounds beautiful. But what does it really mean? Unconditional love means my love does not depend on your behavior. If you behave nicely, I love you. If you behave badly, I still respect you. When we are attached, our love becomes conditional. If you speak nicely, I'm loving. If you hurt me, I become hurt. At that moment, we are not radiating love. We are radiating pain. Detachment equals unconditional love. Attachment equals conditional love. And here is something very important. When you become detached, your family will come to you more. They will trust you more. Because they know no matter what I'm going through, you will remain strong. Think about a child in pain. The parent wants to sit with the child. But the child says, "Please leave me alone." Why does this happen? Because the parent is carrying worry, fear, anxiety, and pain. The child is already in pain. They cannot handle more negative energy. So they talk to friends, or even strangers, not for advice, but for stable energy. Detachment gives people space to heal. Detachment is the greatest gift you can give your family. It is a silent promise that says, no matter what happens, I will remain calm. I will remain balanced. I will remain strong. And just remember this. Detachment is not outside. It is not physical distance. Detachment is here, in your mind. You can live together, love deeply, care genuinely, and still remain emotionally stable. That is true maturity. That is true love. That is true strength. So don't try to absorb everyone's pain. Be the light, be the anchor, be the calm presence. Because when you stay strong, you give others the power to rise. Thank you so much for listening. If this message helped you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, detachment is not distance. It is divine balance. See you in the next video.